In recent years, much attention about cyberbullying has been linked to elementary through high school age kids. This is why a new e-safety monitoring service for K-12 schools and districts was developed. I'd like to explain how this new service, Securus, works, why it's so necessary, and how it enables school administrators to meet the updated Children Internet Protection Act requirements taking effect in July of 2012. Unfortunately, most schools have limited to no ability to enforce the computer acceptable use policy signed by students and parents. While it's well understood how important it is to protect students in the playground, the same level of safeguarding is extremely difficult to apply when students use a computer and/or the internet. Children are accustomed to monitoring. To illustrate, let me offer a couple of familiar analogies. To make sure our children are safe around water, we teach them how to swim. But we limit the risk by putting extra safeguards in place like life belts, enforcing clear rules, and employing lifeguards. To make sure our children are safe around traffic, we teach them how to cross the road. But we limit the risk by putting safeguards in place like barriers and crossings, walking our children to school, and employing crossing supervision. So why is it that in schools we encourage our students to use computers and the internet, but we have inadequate systems in place to limit the risks? It is certainly essential that we teach students about e-safety, but education alone is not enough. Just like when we teach our students about how to swim or cross the road, we need to limit the risk by putting in place policies, safe practices, and effective systems. And then test those measures to ensure the learning transaction is occurring.
But we limit risk with internet blocking and filtering, don't we?
You do, but these measures aren't enough to limit e-safety risks and catch bullies. One of the main reasons why internet blocking and filtering is insufficient is that it manages only content from outside the school. So what about issues that start on a local computer or a desktop application? Also, it's been 11 years since the Children's Internet Protection Act required schools to block and filter pornography from minors. Just imagine all the technology advancements that have been made over the last 11 years. One significant advancement is the proliferation of proxy bypass techniques. Remember the research from earlier, and that is that most students know how to bypass content filtering solutions. A proxy bypass is essentially a 5-second approach to getting around the blocking and filtering controls that you've established for your school. Once a student reaches a proxy server, they and their computer become anonymous and now can access blocked sites and publish their own content. Blocking these proxy sites are virtually impossible as thousands can be published each day. E-safety is as much about how students behave as the content they are exposed to online. And students need to be encouraged to act appropriately and be shown what they could do differently when they act in an unsafe way. School leaders need to know whether students have made upsetting or bullying comments, used bad language, talked to people they've met online, or revealed too much personal information about themselves. We also need to recognize that children are now creators of their own content. Children might make inappropriate comments on a blog, social networking site, or even on school-purchased software programs. While it might be easy to spot inappropriate behavior in the classroom or on the playground, it's much harder when it happens through new technologies. Blocking and filtering does offer protection and needs to continue being a part of your e-safety security plan. However, without monitoring technology, you'll find it nearly impossible to investigate, react, and control e-safety incidents and then be able to modify your students' behavior. Please continue to the third and final video of the series entitled Bring On Securus, where you will learn how a unique monitoring solution enables school administrators to catch and control cyberbullying.